What's up, YouTube? This is Squadron 1 Gaming back, and this time we're going to do a little kind of like a tutorial video on how to get fast research for your planes. We're going to start with Tier 1 and work our way up to Tier 4 because we don't really
Maybe
have.
five.
Maybe 5. It depends how it goes. But yeah, first thing we should tell you is Tier 1, Thatched Buffalo. You will get that. Well, you can get it for any country, not Thatched Buffalo,
Or
but
there's a special ace plane for every
yes,
country.
for
If
every
you choose
country.
the US, you will get the Thatcher's Buffalo.
Yeah, and then for Germany, it's
I think it's
the Marcolins, I think, CR42, and then you can just buy the HE112.
Then for Russia, I don't want to say this name, but it starts with the Z.
And
I-15-3.
then you get the PBY, which actually is that would be nice for modifications.
Oh, with research, getting a premium bomber or getting tailspin on a bomber, that helps a lot.
Yeah, getting premium in general will be very helpful. You're gonna hear in like almost every mod, like how to like research planes. You're gonna hear most of them to get premium. And then the British have a lot of good premium planes. They got the Weirway, Catalina, Havoc, and Tux Gladiator is one that you're gonna start off with. You choose the British. So if you want to like get really quick and really cheap planes, you got British. And then for the Japanese, you can get the oh god, I don't speak Japanese. I'm sorry if I kill this name. The Hangiris A5M4, and then you can buy the A7 Hill or HE1. I don't know. I don't know. It looks like an L or I think it's a 1, but I'm pretty sure it's a 1. But we're gonna be doing the U.S. today.
Yeah.
So I guess we can go to a battle. We're gonna do it.
You gotta be ready, Isaac.
Oh, so my bad. I should have probably done that before we started. But yeah, arcades. If you're a beginner, go to arcade, and so you can keep using planes. If you're a little more advanced, you can go to realistic, and you can only use one plane in realistic.
And you also have limited ammo before you have to land.
Yeah, it's a little more harder.
It's a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, and you can rip off your wings if you go too much. Jeez, but
And then
overall,
you got simulator where your planes are slightly more unstable.
oh yeah, it's
and a lot more fragile, but you can only see inside the cockpit unless if you're in a plane that doesn't have a cockpit or an internal cockpit view already.
And it's a better place to research planes faster because we'll after this game I'll show you what you can do to help your research. But yeah, going into ground strike. Now the ground strikes you would want to use a bomber probably to start off with because tier 1s don't climb very quickly. So I'll be using my SBD actually. And as you can see, I have all of these little extra ammo. You won't start off, you'll get the modifications for it, and it's very helpful. Like I got the tracer ones. You also get the stealth ones, which is harder to see so it's not really realistic.
well, you can't see them at all, is because there's no tracers.
Yeah, there's no tracers. You can just see them bounce off the plane. So I'll use tracers so you can help. But on a regular day, I'd probably use stealth. And then this for the turret, definitely use the AP shells or the extra instead of default because those can do damage.
They start pretty much everything on fire.
Pretty much, and it's easy to get kills. And
you should also tell them about the bomb timers.
Bomb timers, yeah. Bomb activation time. I usually don't have mine on, but if you want, you can change it.
Especially, I've put them on, especially if you're going for low ground strikes.
Because you might blow yourself up. If you have those on, it'll actually delay the time where the bomb explodes, so you can fly over it before it explodes.
Yeah. And then, oh geez, I'm lagging. Crap. But yeah, another thing that is very helpful is guns targeting distance. Now that's actually a really big deal for some people, and then some other people they don't really care. It shows when your guns should overlap each other. and I have mine at 400 meters.
Or how much are angled up, so if
Yeah.
you're going flat, it will be in front of you that
Yeah.
far.
But I have mine at 400, so they'll intersect at 400 or 4 kilometers. Or wait,
400 kilometers.
400? No,
Or
400
meters.
Yeah, 400 meters.
I have mine to 700 meters.
So at like 0.4 kilometers it'll intersect, which is really helpful. But if they're like close together, you can use them. You can go all the way to high, and it'll just be. I like it. Like I like mine at 400 usually for most of my planes. And then fuel mount's more for realistic because in arcade it doesn't really matter because you have unlimited fuel. But but the more fuel you have, the more heavy your aircraft is, and it'll be harder to maneuver until you get later in the battle. So if you're in a realistic battle, try and like use like middle or something like that.
The more fuel you have, the more likely you're probably going to be set fire.
Nice kill, nice kill.
You're still in the menu.
No, I'm good. No. I just pressed M. As you see me shooting at this DO-217, I think you've noticed that I'm not shooting right at this dot. It's more of a guide. It's not too much.
It's not exactly on.
Yeah. And that's another really good helpful thing. And when you change ammo and you change your ammo and you change like how you're shooting, it definitely. I had trouble with that too when I was playing with P26s and stuff, because it kind of got a little hard for me, like to get kills. So it took me a while before I finally was like using all this stuff.
I think you're getting a little bit far from your mic.
Sorry.
But yeah, the reason why Jacob's down here is because he was unavailable at the time, and he probably wouldn't want to play anything higher than that. Also, another reason why we play Tier 1, because it's really easy.
Yeah.
You
And like
don't have to worry that much about other people, because everybody's pretty much just the same armament units. Everybody has machine guns.
And then, as you can see, my bombs are reloading. But in realistic
And simulator.
and simulator, sorry, that will not be the case. You have to always land. So if you want to play a lot of realistic, you got to learn how to land first. Well, I thought I said Yak 15. I was about to crap my pants. I almost crapped my pants. I saw Yak 15, a Yak 1, but it was like underneath it was like I-15. I'm like, oh god, we're all dead. That was like before like War Thunder. That'd be War Thunder the logic like before everything. It was just like, yes, I cheated.
This thing got turned off my targeting distance because I was messing around with the F2H earlier, and I noticed that my gun was shooting slightly up because I have my targeting distance at 700 still.
So I think my targeting distance is off. Yeah, it would be yourself.
I got an enemy kill assist. Like, it's so really annoying. And the SBD is actually a really good fighter and bomber.
And not so much fighter, but
Yeah, not so much fighter, but it's pretty decent. We're gonna give you a video of a better dive bomber slash fighter, because I like that one better. It has cannon instead. It's the Helldiver.
and it also carries torpedoes. So
We already won. So yeah, that is a arcade. And I only was in one plane, but usually when they last longer, it's a little. I think it's way better and easier, because I got what I got like 11th. That's one of my bad games, but I will show you some that's also very helpful. So when you're researching a plane, right now I'm going to be let's say PBY 5A. I haven't researched that one yet. As you can see, where it says rank, battle ratings and stuff, it says efficient progress from PBY 5 Catalina. It says 130%. What that means is the PBY 5 Catalina, the research points bonus is plus 6%, and it will add a 130%, so it'll be a 136% research bonus to the PBY 5 if you use the PBY 5 Catalina, or PBY 5A, like if you're researching that. I don't know how to explain that easier. So pretty much, you kind of turn the PBY 5 Catalina into a premium if you're researching the PBY 5A. So what I usually do is if I'm researching, like I have been trying to research the F2H. So I use the F7F in realistic battles. So I just use that plane towards the F2H because you get 130%. Wait, you get 130% plus 84, so that's a lot of research points bonus you're gonna get. I don't know how else to explain that. That kind of sounded complicated, but
Yeah.
I
Pretty
don't know
much
how
you
to
get
explain.
extra points from the plane before in the research.
Yeah, before the research, yeah, that would be a little easier.
So
So yeah,
that's it for this video.
yep. All right. See ya.
Yeah.